Midjourney AI image generation through diffusion. Agenda: Generative image models, Midjourney history, why Midjourney matters, image generation lifecycle, getting started, basic workflow, prompts and parameters. Generative image models. A generative image model turns a written description into a brand new image rather than retrieving or editing an existing photo. If a model can only combine or filter existing images, it's limited to recombining what already exists, rather than creating something new. Almost every modern AI art tool relies on some form of learned generative model trained on a huge dataset of images and captions. Any creative workflow that needs fast visual exploration benefits from a tool that can produce many original directions from a single description. Manually illustrating every visual concept by hand doesn't scale to how quickly ideas can be described in words. GANs and diffusion models. A GAN generates images through a contest between two networks, a generator making images and a discriminator judging them as real or fake. Midjourney instead uses a diffusion model, starting from random noise and gradually removing it, step by step, guided by the text prompt. GAN-based generator versus discriminator adversarial training prone to instability. Diffusion-based Midjourney DAL-E stable diffusion, step-by-step denoising. Problems with GAN-based image generation. Single point of instability. Training a generator against a discriminator can be genuinely difficult to keep stable. GANs are prone to mode collapse, where the generator produces a narrow range of similar outputs. Fine-grained control over specific image details is often harder to achieve than with a step-by-step guided process. Scaling GANs to very high resolution and diverse subject matter proved difficult in practice. Aligning a GAN's output closely with a detailed text prompt was less reliable than later approaches. Missed out on the more stable, controllable training process that diffusion models introduced. The Midjourney system. A text prompt is encoded into a representation the model uses to guide image generation. Starting from random noise, a diffusion model removes a little noise at each step, gradually revealing an image shaped by that prompt. The result is upscaled and refined, with users able to request variations or further detail on any output they like. Other well-known image generation tools: DAL-E, Stable Diffusion, Adobe Firefly. Midjourney advantages: known for a distinctive, often strikingly artistic aesthetic compared to more literal photorealistic competitors. Generates 4 initial variations per prompt, giving a quick spread of creative directions to choose from. Supports iterative refinement, upscaling, varying, and remixing any result you like. Parameters give fine control over aspect ratio, stylization, and how much randomness to introduce. A large active community shares prompts, techniques, and finished work openly. Frequent model updates have steadily improved image quality and prompt accuracy over time. Everything is refined from noise, almost. One huge benefit of this design is that in diffusion models like Midjourney's, almost every image starts as pure random noise. Each step of the process removes a little more noise, nudged by the next prompt toward a coherent image. This gradual, step-by-step refinement is what gives diffusion models their stability compared to earlier generative approaches. Because generation happens incrementally, the same underlying process can produce wildly different images from different starting noise. This noise-to-image refinement is the technical core that the rest of the Midjourney's creative controls are built around. Prompts and parameters. Prompt: the text description guiding what the image should depict. Prompt: a lighthouse at sunset, watercolor style. Parameters: flags that adjust how the image is generated. Parameters: 16:9 aspect ratio, stylized 250, chaos 20. A simplified diffusion loop. Diffusion models repeatedly denoise an image, guided by the prompt at every step. A sample prompt. A typical prompt combines a description with parameters controlling the output. History. Founded by David Holtz, who had previously co-founded the motion sensing company Leap Motion. Midjourney entered open beta in July 2022, distributed primarily through a bot on the Discord chat platform. That Discord-based interface was unusual for a consumer product, letting a community watch and build on each other's prompts in shared channels. The company has been notably self-funded and profitable early on, unlike many AI labs backed by large venture investment. Midjourney has released numerous model versions since launch, along with a web-based interface as an alternative to Discord. Why Midjourney matters? Distinctive style, often praised for a strong artistic aesthetic out of the box. Accessible, turns a written description into finished artwork in minutes. Iterative, built-in variation, upscaling, and remixing support creative exploration. Community-driven, a large, active user base shares prompts and techniques openly. Independent, grew without the scale of outside funding many AI labs rely on. Influential, helped popularize AI image generation as a mainstream creative tool. The denoising process. Denoising is the step-by-step process that turns random noise into a coherent image. Each step makes a small, guided prediction about what noise to remove next. More denoising steps generally allow finer detail at the cost of more computation time. Never assume a diffusion model draws an image directly. It's sculpting a finished image out of noise one step at a time. Midjourney generation lifecycle. Encode description, prompt, start from randomness noise, refine step-by-step denoise, finalize the image, upscale. A prompt is encoded, generation starts from random noise. The image is refined step by step and the result is upscaled into a final image. Getting started with Midjourney. This leads us to the three steps that get you a first image generated. Join the platform, sign up through Midjourney's website or Discord server. Subscribe. Choose a plan to unlock image generation. Write a prompt. Describe the image you want to see. Basic workflow. Prompt, refine, start with noise, refine to an image. Prompting, varying, and upscaling. Some call prompt, vary, and upscale Midjourney's everyday loop. Detailed, descriptive prompts generally produce more specific controlled results. Variations let you explore nearby directions from a result you already like. Upscaling increases resolution and detail on a chosen image. Parameters like stylization and chaos let you turn how literal or experimental results are. supports many workflows: concept art, illustration, marketing visuals, and creative exploration. Works the same whether accessed through Discord or Midjourney's web interface. Any questions? Thank you.